Hey guys, so it's that time of the year again where I get to share with you my net worth update. The last time I shared with you a net worth update was back in December of 2022. Now we are in Q2 of 2023. We just entered April and I just felt like now is the right time for me to give you guys an update on where I am with my net worth. If you watch my videos, you know that at the end of 2022, I reached 400k in net worth. I was obviously over the moon because my goal for 2023 is to reach $500,000 in net worth. I'm already close to reaching $1 million in assets, but obviously that doesn't always translate to net worth as well, because a lot of us have assets that are also liabilities at the same time, and I will explain that a little bit more in today's video. Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share everything personal finance. I cover budgeting, saving and investing. If these topics are of interest to you, then please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So today's video is all about net worth, and I'm going to be giving myself as an example to you guys to share with you things that I include in my net worth that you could also consider, things that I don't include in my net worth and the reasons why I don't do that. So I do have my trusted laptop here with me, and I also have my Legend Planner, where I have actually listed out my 1 year goal here, which you're not going to be able to see because it's so bright here in the morning, but I have got all of these goals just to help me stay on track. I look at them every single day, and this is how I track my progress. So with my laptop, I will be walking you through my net worth and the things that I track, and also where I am with those. And we'll be looking at the 3-month period. So January 2022 to March, January 2023 to March 2023 is what we'll be looking at. And then I'll also be looking at the goals that I have set for 2023 to see how I am progressing. So I will be doing a screen record, and I'll be looking on the left here because this is where my laptop is. So I'll shrink myself to the corner and I'll start the screen record now. So the first thing that you can see here is my assets. So net worth tracking is all about reviewing what your assets are and what your liabilities are, and subtracting your liabilities from your assets, and that will give you your net worth. So personally, I track my houses that I have 3 homes. So my main home where I live in and 2 rental properties, I track those as part of my net worth. A lot of people, this is a lot of debate because your main home, it is an asset, but because you live in it and it costs you money, they feel that it is not an asset. But personally, I have a lot of equity in my home, so I consider this an asset. What I also track is my investments. So I have split my investments into 2. My pre-pension investments, these are investments that I can draw down on before I retire, or even when I retire, I can be drawing down into them. But if I decide to retire before the retirement age, or before I can access my retirement investment accounts, this is the money that I'll be drawing down from. So things like my ISA and general investment accounts here in the UK. Then my investment pension, obviously this is my pension that my employer contributes to, and the pension that I also manage myself. Then I also include all of my savings. I kind of bundle them into one, and I also include my current accounts, because net worth is just a financial statement. It just takes a snapshot of what your finances are doing at that point. Oh, so the sun is really coming out, so I'm gonna have to move back a second here because my face is getting all bright and everything. So yeah, so I include my current accounts because when I'm taking the snapshot, I'm taking a snapshot of everything I own. So within my assets, these are the categories that I cover. What I don't include here is my car. My car is completely paid off, and over the last 12 months, we have seen secondhand car prices skyrocket. So if I wanted to, I could include that, but I personally choose not to. In my first year of tracking net worth, this was back in in 2019, 2020, I included my car. But then as I went on, I realized actually, no, I'm not going to track my car. So I removed my car and I've not tracked it since. And I paid it off about 2-3 years ago now. So it's all mine. I don't have any debt on it, but I don't include vehicles in my net worth. I know a lot of people do, and this is all about how you want to track things, because it's your financial standing, things that you can are your assets, you know, and you can sell should you need to. I've spent a lot in this house, things like my TVs, my jewelry, my branded handbags, all of those things I can sell if I wanted to, but I honestly don't include them in my net worth. I just stick to these financials. So this is all you will ever see in my net worth tracking. So that's what I track and that's what I don't track. So at the beginning of the year, so in January, my assets were over £937,000. That was my assets. Then in the month of February, they went down slightly to 931,000. And then as we were closing the month of March, they went down even further to 925,000. So the biggest difference here that you can see is my house prices actually went down. This is something that I noticed, that I track them using Zoopla and they went down. I don't know why, but obviously right now we are in a recession. At least the financial people keep telling us we're in a recession. So I keep track of what's happening with the prices of my homes. So they went down. That was the biggest drop that I saw. But something else great happened. My pre-investments went up, which is great for me. So did my pension. My goal for 2023 is to reach 50K in my pension. So in the first quarter, we are already at 43, which makes me really happy and hopeful that I will be able to reach this goal before the end of the year. So that is where we are dealing with my assets. Now I'm going to move us over to my liabilities. When it comes to liabilities, I have 4 liabilities. The first 3 are related to my home. So these are my mortgages that I took out on my homes. And then the final one is the loan that I talked to you about in my debt-free Friday videos. So with my mortgage at the beginning, my main home mortgage at the beginning of the year, we were at 255,000 with my mortgage. By the time I was closing out March, we were at 254,000. So my mortgage is quite high. My interest is relatively low. It's 2.14%. But when you look at the interest, I pay almost £900. I pay not almost, I pay £900. My minimum mortgage payment is £871.93, and I add on an extra £29.06 to bring it to £900. So I pay £900. But as you can see, it doesn't look like there's been much movement, because it feels like it's only gone down by 1,000 as opposed to 1,700 that I put in. But obviously, interest, right? Then the other 2 mortgages that I have are interest only mortgages, so I only pay the interest on them, so the balances never go down on these 2 mortgages. So only my main home is a residential mortgage, so I pay interest and capital down at the same time. So that is where we are with the mortgages. And then when it comes to my loan, we started the year at 4,000. I took out this loan in November of 2022, and I am due to pay it off by November of 2023. I've said this in many of my debt-free Friday videos. I've got zero intention of waiting until November 2023. So I'm making extra repayments every single month to bring this balance down. My minimum repayment is about £450, but I make a minimum repayment of £500 every single month, plus additional payments that I make. So started off at 4,000. Entered February with 3,475 and ended March with 2,850. My goal for April is to bring this down to at least, if not 2,200, to a little bit lower than that. So that is my intention. So my liabilities, we started off at 535,000 in liabilities. We are still 500,000 in liabilities, and now we are at 533,000. So a little bit of a drop here, which I am super thankful for, but that's where we are, you know. So I've got huge liabilities, but my assets make me feel a lot better. So now that we have the assets sorted out and their liabilities, I'm subtracting my liabilities from my assets. This is where we are. January, I ended the month of January at over 400,000 pounds in net worth. Again, I was pumped, really pumped at where I was with my net worth. But again, as I've showed you, the price of my homes went down, so this affected my net worth. So it went down to 397,000, which is still really good. It's still a great net worth. And right now, at the time of filming this video, we are at 391,000. So it went down even more than February. But again, I am not mad at this. I am super happy with this net worth. I'm currently 35. My goal is before I end 2023 to be at 500,000. Let's see what I can do with the additions that I make to my stock portfolio. Let's see what the housing price is going to be doing. So again, this is only a snapshot of my financial standing at the moment. It could be more, it could be less, but this is what net worth is. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and just talk to you guys about the goals that I have for 2023. So like I said, I do have about 5 goals that I set for 2023. The first one was to reach 1 million in assets. So right now I am 925,000 pounds in assets. So I am about 75,000 pounds to go to reach 1 million. So who knows? This, I said when I was setting these goals back in October of 2022, that these were the biggest goals I've ever set. These were stretch goals for me. These were scary goals for me. I wanted to set such goals because I feel like the goals that I'd set previously were not scary enough. Don't get me wrong, they were scary. I worked hard, but I felt like maybe I was being complacent, like maybe I could do more, right? So I decided to set really big stretch goals. So reach 1 million in assets and 500,000 in net worth. So right now I am 391,000 in net worth. So I am still just over 100k shy of 500,000. So again, we shall see how this year progresses. So that's where we are with the first goal. The second goal is really tied to my net worth as well, which is to reach 75k in investments. So I like setting goals, then breaking them down into smaller chunks that make them a lot more achievable for me. So I said, of this 75k, I would like 50k of that to be in my pension and 25k of that to be in my pre-pension investments. In January, I didn't even notice this, but in January, I quickly reached my pre-pension investment goal of 25k. So that has been achieved, and my goal of 50k in pension, we are, like I said, about 7,000 pounds short. And I think from my investments that I put, the contributions that I put into my my employer pension, and then my employer matches that, plus the £100 that I put every single month to my SIP, I'm definitely going to hit this goal, definitely before the end of the year. So I'm super excited about that. So that was goal number 2. Goal number 3 was to save 5k for my travel and go on at least 2 one-week vacations and a lot of long weekends. I'm already doing that, and right now I have reached 3,500 saved plus used for my goal of 5,000 in travel. So I'm on track to do this, and I think by the first half of 2023 I would definitely have achieved my 5k goal for travel. So very excited about that. The fourth goal, which is to purchase a rental property number 3. This one, I'm not sure it's going to happen, and I'm actually going to film a video immediately after this one to talk about why it's okay to change your financial goals. So I won't go into much detail in this video because I'll film the next video shortly. Then the 5th goal that I had was to reach 15K in my emergency funds. And again, this will also be tied to the why it's okay to change your financial goals video that I'll film in a few minutes. But my goal was to save 10K in my main emergency fund and then 5K with my rental properties. So with my rental properties, I have about 1K reached there, and in my main one, I am more than halfway through saving for this emergency fund. Again, I'm happy, but I'll explain more in my next video. So this is where I am with my net worth. I'm very happy with the progress that I am making with my financial goals. And again, let me know in the comments how you track your net worth. And one thing I forgot to say is the template that I'm using to track my net worth as well as my financial goals is one that I got for free from Dear Debt. I will leave her details below if you're interested in getting that template as well. You can go to her videos and she always has them in her net worth updates. So I'm thankful to her for sharing her template, because it's a beautiful template and it's easy for me to use and track. But yeah, so that's where I am with my net worth. That's how I track my net worth. That's what I include, my reasons for including what I include, my reasons for not including what I don't include, and also looking at the financial goals that I have for 2023 and how I am progressing with those goals. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, guys, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.